Yeah, good morning. I'm Varadan from SUSE, and this is a case study that we would like to present along with TCS. And the person who worked with us from TCS, he couldn't travel, so I'll be presenting, for him on the case study. So, before getting into what the case study is and how do we start, basically TCS they already have a cloud platform. Okay, they have multiple cloud platform. If you would have already known TCS running there, they have Ion Cloud and they have Cloud Plus and all, but they are all entirely different. And this is a private cloud that they have, wherein they onboard customers and they provide cloud services. This is a cloud service provider team that is working on. Am I audible? Okay, so for this cloud service provider team, they were currently having a, a cloud-like infrastructure they have set up, and they wanted to explore what is the future and how do we take it, and bring it more like an enterprise cloud offering for both private cloud and the real vision behind it is to one day expose it as a public cloud platform. So with that introduction, let's move on. Okay, it's going on. Yeah, it's going. So the agenda is what are the challenges going towards for private cloud, and then we move on to the requirements presented before us. The requirements were more of the current platform versus what they are going to face. Many places when we go and talk about private cloud, and there is a stiff resistance from the team. They say that okay, I'm pretty fine with known devil than unknown angel. So we have to go, persuade them and make sure that okay, your our unknown angel is much better than your known devil. So that takes a lot of time, and that's where a lot of interoperability comes into picture, and where SUSE OpenStack has a lot of edge over other variants. And then we talk about SUSE advantage, which you would have covered in last 2-3 days here, and we'll be reiterating here. And then I will present the actual deployment architecture that TCS is planning, or what we are planning as a vision with the TCS. And then we can take question answers. Okay. So the challenges that primarily a cloud service provider faces, it's not a typical of say if Walmart or someone else directly a retail chain is implementing a cloud, their requirements and challenges are entirely different from a cloud service provider, because they are more worried about their data center transformation, how to do that, and they don't have a problem with time to market and other things. But whereas for a cloud service provider, we have a lot of things like I need to onboard a customer at the earliest. So when I have a customer requirement saying okay, I want to have an infrastructure, say petabyte of storage, and have this much of a requirement, how soon you will be able to cater to the needs. And the second thing is, you have provided the infrastructure, and the most important part is revenue. How do you bill them? How do you calculate your, say it's all paper usage kind that everybody is coming into as a revenue model. So how do you measure the usage? You need a billing and chargeback solution. And the third thing is, customizations. So whatever we provide as our out of package and whatever it is, it doesn't fit everybody's needs. So we should have a product which will have capability to customize according to the needs of the customer. So with this challenges, the other challenge that these are the requirement from CSP from their customer point of view, and the challenges to implement this from a CSP, cloud service provider, is how do I maintain the compartmentalization of the data, multi-tenancy. How do I make sure that one tenant does not see the data of the other tenant? How do I make sure the privacy is kept? How do I make sure the security aspects of it? And how do I catch up on the next generation technologies that are coming in? And how do I scale better with respect to both infrastructure, elasticity in the infrastructure, as well as the manageability of it? So with these challenges, and when they were working on with their current platform, the current platform is VMware based, and they have stiff challenges in operating on a VMware pure VMware infrastructure, because they are tied with one vendor. They want to become vendor agnostic. The second thing they don't have much choices, whereas the today's customer needs is all about choices. What choice do I have? If I say, for example, if I run with a VMware, what choices can I give? I can give the choices on only based on IOPS or some other discounts in the billing. But when I present hypervisor itself as an option, say you want to run it on VMware, or you want to run it on KVM, or you want to run it on Zen, or you want to run it on mainframe, that provides a lot of options for the customer, and that makes the CSPs happy that they can cater to the needs of a broader set of customers. So as I was iterating on the current infrastructure, the current infrastructure is something like, as I said, the existing hypervisor platform is VMware, and as you know what VMware gives, right? So it's just a single hypervisor. On top of it, everything is bundled, and the more the basic choice that you can give to customer is on the IOPS or different storage varieties and different processor varieties, whatever it is possible. But hypervisor itself as a choice is not there. And the second thing is that automation. Currently how they run is that when a customer comes, customer say, they go to customer, they explain this and they onboard a customer. The onboarding takes 5 to 7 days to set up the infrastructure for the customer, to from compute, network, storage, and then come up with the billing. And they don't have a automated billing thing. So, and they don't have IP management, IPAM solution. So everything is run out of Excel sheets and spreadsheets and all, and automation itself is not there. So when customer wants a VM to be spin, here they go to their service portal and they say that, okay, I want a VM with this kind of a flavor, and they submit a request, and the backend team of TCS, they just go and spin it off. They choose even the cluster, and everything is chosen manually. And the other thing that they have is none of this as a service they are able to provide today. If they want to provide, the cost, right? So with this challenge, TCS approached us, and we presented our SUSE OpenStack as a case, and they wanted to see it to believe it. And that's where we worked with them for last 1 year, and close to last 3 months, we have been able to solve most of their issues. So the requirements, as everybody requirements, or from the competitors, they say that, okay, I want to have industry-based, easy to onboard a customer, or I want to integrate service level software on top of it, that I want to raise a ticket, and from there things have to be automated, and the onboarding customer should be pain-free, self-service capability. And the other thing is that the devices, lot of even if we say that, okay, we have a IP tables based security groups, a firewall as a service, and we do have a software based load balancer, enterprise, they don't believe us. Anything based on software is still a nightmare for them. Even if you say NFV, and which can virtualize your network routers and switches, they still see it as a cool technology, but when it comes to implementing it in the production or putting it to in front of a customer, they still have their own reservation. That's because mostly the device manufacturers, they have captured the market in so much saying that it is a device, hardware, it performs much faster and it's more secure than your software, even if you have a software equivalent of it. So one of the challenges that we have is with we need to integrate with the devices. Say for firewall, if they have a F5, or for load balancer, if they have a F5 or Citrix Nextcaler, or firewall is Brocade or Cisco ASA, OpenStack should be able to talk to them. The cloud product that we are taking into with we are presenting in front of the customer should be able to cater to the needs of I plug my device and do little configuration and it should be able to pick it up. So that's another challenge that were given to us. And the other one is faster resolution with contextual knowledge base. By contextual knowledge base, what they say is that creation of a lot of templates for onboarding and spinning of VMs, onboarding customers, so that we collect the kind of the information on the kind of requirements. Okay, if somebody is asking for a particular, say if I'm going to spin off VMs for my setting up my database servers or web servers, or even for that matter SAP. So based on this, build up a knowledge base so that you build up orchestration scripts which will just fire off those things and set up how many other VMs that you want, and without manually doing a lot of stuff. And the last one is the onboarding with fewer resources. So add resources as you go, as required, elasticity. So these were the requirements given to us, and we have been able to, okay, why is it not moving? Yeah, so we have been able to work with them, integrate with their own data center here in Ashburn, in a brownfield environment where they are running existing production pod with VMware. Along with that, we have set up a SUSE OpenStack Cloud 6, which is also running side by side. So as you would have seen, SUSE OpenStack, it's one of the greatest things in if you talk to any customer, they say that even in hands-on trainings we have seen the greatest thing about SUSE OpenStack is the setup. It's easy to set up. If you talk to anyone, have you ever set up a cloud or OpenStack from upstream or any other vendor? So one of the things that they keep on telling is it's a bit complex, it takes time, 1 or 2 days and all. But SUSE OpenStack, with 5 or 6 2 compute nodes, 2 controller nodes, which HA, 1 admin, we can set it up in half a day maximum. So we have done it in 3 hours, provided you have those network configurations are done already, and the switches are ready. That doesn't take much time. All you are going to do is create a subnet and put it in the switch to allow that particular VLAN tag, and rest of it is taken care by the OpenStack. So that's what is clearly done here, that we have so many parts, so many modules, so many configuration files, so many configuration options, but none of them is extensively exposed to the customer to fill it out. Rather, we give minimum options that you fill it out, and we take care of the automation, and we present you the cloud as a product, and setup is very easy. So what are the key differentiators that we as a SUSE OpenStack Cloud we bring in when we talk to customers? Is that the first and foremost thing, it is fastest and easiest to deploy. It's very easy, inclusive of setting up HA. Setting up HA high availability using pacemaker itself is a half a day task. Many of us would have done already. But with SUSE OpenStack Cloud, Setting up HA pacemaker takes, all it takes is 2 minutes. Go to the bar clamp, fill out the fields and say apply. It takes 2 minutes and your cluster is up. It's so easy. And the other major factor that SUSE OpenStack Cloud gives is multiple hypervisor option. It is the only product, OpenStack product, that gives you all virtual machine options, right? All hypervisors. You can talk to Hyper-V, you can manage Hyper-V, you can manage VMware, you can manage ZVM, you can manage Zen, you can manage KVM. And in case if anything comes up, I think we will support that too. And the other things are the same. Broadest interoperability is we talk and we integrate with a lot of devices that constitute a part of your existing data center. So we protect your current investments from hypervisor, from devices to whatever you have, say storage, network, compute, whatever you are invested on already, we can just use it as it is. We integrate with them, no change. And yeah, SUSE support is world class. And this is how it looks. We have the physical devices, physical layer where you have the compute, storage, network. On top of it, we have the enterprise class SUSE Linux Enterprise Operating System server. 11 you can go with 12 SP1 or 12 SP2. SP2 has just released and has a lot of great features and improvements. And on top of it is our OpenStack, which provides you the orchestration and resource management capability of all the underlying physical devices. And on top of it, you can have anything that you want to have. So you can have a big data as a service, you can give platform as a service, Docker container as a service, and the most important one is the infrastructure as a service. If you want to have public cloud integration, you have a common hybrid cloud management platform that you would have heard of yesterday from the announcement, that Fujitsu OSCM. So we can have OSCM managing both your OpenStack and be able to define catalogs both on OpenStack as well as your public clouds. So thereby you don't have to have two different portals to operate on if you are having managing multiple clouds in the same place. So hybrid cloud management portal is available with Fujitsu. That's what we have announced. So as we said, the investment protection, okay, sorry. Wait. Okay. So we have said bring your own hypervisor. One of the key factors that interest SUSE OpenStack is having your existing hypervisor. So we do not force you to go with a specific hypervisor. Rather, the SUSE OpenStack Cloud integrates with whatever hypervisor you already have. So even if it can be Hyper-V, mostly VMware, or if you have Zen, we integrate with that. And we do have a success story on integrating with ZVM on production environment. So if you had been to OpenStack I think Barcelona, right? We had just there we had a success story from one of the leading banks of South Africa. They have integrated with ZVM, OpenStack with ZVM there.
Bring your own hypervisor.
Yeah, bring your own hypervisor.
Right now, our agencies, they are completely in VMware.
Yep.
Planning to move into cloud.
Mm-hmm.
I can ask you at the end of the session, or I can.
Yeah, whenever. I know we do. TCS itself is extensively a VMware shop, and the cloud that what you have set up here operates on VMware, manages the VMware infrastructure through OpenStack Cloud.
Whole infrastructure is moving into cloud.
Exactly.
one of the important things to realize about OpenStack is that OpenStack itself does not define a hypervisor. It's all of the framework around creating a cloud environment. You can choose what hypervisor you want to use. Now, different distributions support the use of different types of hypervisors. SUSE is the only distribution which supports pretty much every major hypervisor in it. So you can choose VMware, KVM, Zen, Hyper-V, Docker, whatever you want, ZVM, and you don't have to choose one. You can use multiple hypervisors in the same cloud. So you can make a migration, for example, from VMware to KVM or Zen or something, in stages and have them all sitting under the same cloud.
Yeah. Yep.
You talk about the use of different hypervisors. Can you just set it on top of or in front of your current hypervisor infrastructure, or is it?
No, you need to migrate. Say for example, if you have a VMware running 10 VM instances, OpenStack cannot manage those 10 instances. Rather, you have to bring those 10 instances migrated onto the cloud, OpenStack, then it will manage. But it can still point to the same VMware or vSphere that you have. But those 10 instances have to be migrated into OpenStack.
Yes.
And can we integrate bare metal as well?
Yes, we can. Ironic is fully supported.
Oh yeah.
So just to clarify, the way that VMware is implemented as a hypervisor in OpenStack is a workload. There's basically a proxy between OpenStack and vCenter. So when a workload gets generated in OpenStack to be sent to VMware, it gets sent to the proxy, which puts it into VMware, and then follows your normal VMware rules. Basically, what you do in order to use your existing VMware infrastructure with OpenStack is that you allocate a data center, a VMware data center. So however many clusters or how many.
I don't know VMware. We're Hyper-V.
Okay.
Hyper-V, we do direct.
We do direct Hyper-V. See, in case of VMware, as you said, VMware is just a proxy code, and we talk vSphere APIs, and everything is managed within VMware by VMware, but just through a proxy. In case of Hyper-V, we directly manage Hyper-V.
So then would we still have to migrate our instances over if we were Hyper-V, or is it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Only because that controlling layer needs to be understood by
So, yes, basically the metadata of each VM, needs to be there in the OpenStack. Then only you'll be able to control them, like create snapshot, attach a volume to it. You can freeze the VM. So all these operations are possible only if you have the metadata in the OpenStack.
Bottom line is I don't have to recreate. That's just how migrate it over.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I got 200
Workloads.
display and Hyper-V.
Okay.
So we don't.
No, you don't have to recreate them. Just migrate them. We have migration tools as well that you can use them and migrate them. Yeah.
How do you automate VM provisioning?
VM means instance provisioning in VMware or Hyper-V or KVM or a general.
General.
Yeah, we can use heat orchestration where you can fill your details of say if I want to run a web server, or if I want to set up a database server, and if it's a cluster that I'm setting it up, so I can create a heat orchestration template where I'll just fill out which image to use to spin off my VM, and what volume I need to attach, how much I need to create, and all these things you can fill out and just run that.
Can I connect this to a marketplace? I can input variables to it.
Exactly, that is through OSM you can do it. So that's what we have announced yesterday. So you can have your own marketplace where you can create a catalog which already has this templates filled in. All you have to do is just click and say that okay, this is the target OpenStack I want. You will have that instant push created for you.
Does this include the billing part?
Yes, exactly. It comes with billing not just for the flavors. You can even have monitoring service and billing for monitoring service as well. Okay. So the another one is downtime is not an option. Yes, we do have high availability across control nodes and even for compute nodes. Today we support only for KVM because high availability for VMware is managed by VMware DRS, and Hyper-V has their own high availability stuff. So we support for KVM, and we can do live migration of one instance running on one compute node to another KVM compute node. So that kind of HA is supported, so you don't have to worry about any more single point of failure or running into failures in when you are running KVMs. So this is our stack, technology stack. Pretty much everything is doable, supportable, and it's not just each one of them we have tested with each of the SI partners, and all of them running. So the major part that interested many of the SIs is the load balancer, enterprise network, firewall, VPN, and that bare metal that we have. Those are the things that highlighted our value to many of the SIs, where we could easily integrate and showcase them with FI to provide load balancer as a service. Okay, and one of the advantages that we have is that you integrate this infrastructure and devices, and then create users, and let the users through self-service, they can define their own load balancing as a service.
Load balancer as a service, are there like physical devices being integrated?
Yes, physical devices. FI, either you can integrate FI physical device or an appliance. FI provides an appliance that you can integrate it.
I find like other cloud vendors provide like load balancer on a software layer.
We could do that. See, it all depends on what kind of APIs they provide. Okay.
Do you have any API OpenStack for load balancer?
Yes, we do. So default LBAS is the driver and plugin available, and each of these vendors are derived plugin of that LBAS plugin. So it's a common API layer that is available. So you can literally integrate any available load balancer, enterprise grade load balancer with OpenStack.
But that is like integrating.
Yeah. No, you can talk. See, here when I say FI, that means that I am defining whatever the load balancer configuration I do from Horizon, that is pushed into FI, and whatever changes I make in FI, I can see it in here. It's two-way. Same applies to Citrix Nextcaler. Citrix has been supported for a long time. F5 we just did it, and unfortunately I don't have the password. The person from TCS has to come here for the password. Otherwise, I could open up and show the Ashburn data center. We have it. And Brocade, we are working with Brocade actually actively for getting the firewall as a service. And the flyers, if you have seen in your seat, that's Cisco ACI integration that we have done, and we are successful. And we'll have F5 as well as Cisco ASA or ASR integrated as part of Cisco ACI, and will be going in production in about a month. Which one?
14.
Which one?
14 and 5.
We have not worked on that, but we would love to.
If you are using Fortinet and would like to use it with OpenStack, the best way to get that to happen is for you as a customer of Fortinet to contact them and say, we want to do this.
Yeah.
That motivates them to work. And if they say they need help, then we can help them with the
Yeah, we can do that. So we can help them with the plugin configuration, or even for that matter some development and testing for them, and be able to make it a plugin.
pay more attention to you, the customer.
Yes. We just ask them we want to have it working with SUSE OpenStack Cloud, and we'll talk to you, and we can talk to them through you and get it done. Okay. And this is what, okay, the slides, we had to submit these slides back in September, October. So that time we didn't have the announcement, but then we were sure that we had been working with, as you can see, Open Service Catalog Manager for last 3 months. And we have an up and running marketplace with SAP as a service on top of OpenStack Cloud. So this is the solution and gateway for our hybrid cloud solutions, which a lot of people have been asking for, if I remember, and a lot of SIs have been asking for. What your story for CloudForms or OpenShift? How do you compete? So I think this SUSECON has provided all the answers that everybody was asking about. Okay, how are we doing on time? Okay, I think I better run. Oh, we have half an hour. So the value to TCS, the first and foremost thing that they asked was automate. It was a nightmare for them to onboard a customer. He knows them. He knows them better, sitting there silently. So the problem that they have is, they have to define backups. They have to define segregate backups. For a new customer, they have to segregate storage. They have to segregate compute infrastructure. Pretty much everything. Setting up a mini data center for them. That was a nightmare for them, for each and every customer. And if they had to onboard 3 customers at the same time, their team was going crazy. We have seen that inside the data center. So one thing that they really wanted badly, as you would know, is automation. How do I automate? I want to minimize my task. I want to set up the platform and then forget about it, open it up. I create a username and password for each customer for them and just provide a basic training, click here and all. I'll have a small manual and let them manage their own instances. Let them manage their own infrastructure. All I'll be doing is, if they ask for more storage, then I'll just say, okay, this much is the cost, and I'll add it to their pool. Horizon, yes. Through Horizon has now 2 modes, right? Either you log in as an administrator or you log in as a your project. Project is a tenant as a customer. So even if you wish, probably administrator privileges are not given to customers, but then the customer, if they are willing that no, we don't have that kind of technical team, you manage yourself, then a particular administrator or a TCS person can be added to 3 or 4 tenant projects and manage them for it. Even for them, it becomes really easy. All they have to do is, okay, I'm running out of compute power. They just bring one node, put it in the rack, power it on, and through Pixie Boot, automatically it gets added to your SUSE OpenStack. You don't do any configuration at all. Just gets added. All you have to choose is, okay, what am I going to run on it? KVM, VMware, Hyper-V, or bare metal. All I have to do is say that, okay, this box, I'm going to run KVM or keep it as a bare metal, or I want to run, it will be part of Hyper-V or VMware. Only very, very, very minimal configuration that you will have to say, and adding infrastructures, hardware or storage, everything is easy. And see, as I said, the storage allocation, deallocation, service tax, firewall, and load balancer policy, everything were really smooth. The other one is that we have been talking about is the investment protection. So as you said, I have Hyper-V, 270 instances of Hyper-V, and now we are working on a 650 instances of a VMware that we are going to bring it into SUSE OpenStack Cloud. So we save cost not just by coming into OpenStack, rather we keep you with the existing investments. The other one is always available. Yes, your cloud is always available. Downtime is not an option, that we also understand, and then we provide all the high availability options that you would get. And we'll see in next couple of slides the complex architecture that we are going to address with the TCS. We are working with them. and easy to set up as everybody has, and the last two columns are more interesting. The amount of already out of the box support that you get for these enterprise storage devices or devices from the vendors and the network vendors is phenomenal. That we can get you EMC, NetApp, HP3, HP3 par, Hitachi, Fujitsu, IBM.
Pure storage?
Pure storage, yes, we have done it, but we do not have a out of the box setup. You have to do a little manual setup, but pure storage is, we have integrated that. Whatever I have listed is out of the box support that through Barclamp you will be able to set up.
And again, if you want
Yes.
pure system
Yeah.
in this model, the best way is to ask Pure to provide the right kind of, it's just some connecting software. It really is just a little bit of code so that the setup software can fully exploit what Pure can do.
Yes.
Do we have any customization portal in Barclamp to do it?
Yes.
Everything's on Git.
Everything's on Git.
It's all open source.
So even what you can come up with, if you are quite sure that how to integrate with the Pure Store, okay, you know the APIs, you can talk to them and you can get the things to be configured. All you can do is take one of these bar clamps and change it for Pure Storage and submit it back. Everything is available open source. Even if you install them, right, in admin node, you have the bar clamp source code. You can change that. But we do not advise that, but still, if you want to do some testing, R&D, it is totally possible.
Since we're talking about storage,
Yeah.
so one of our existing challenges,
Yeah.
we have expensive EMC storage already procured, right,
Okay.
in the recent years.
Mm-hmm.
And they were questioning, like, do we keep it or you gonna repurpose that? And the more desired thing is to keep it and take it into the cloud.
We can do that. We can still do that. If they are good, they are operational, we can still do that. You don't have to repurpose them or upgrade them. Depends on the particular model and all, but most of we support wide variety of EMC models. And EMC, one of the first storage official bar clamp support we got from EMC. We have been supporting it from last three releases, I think, in the bar clamp, 3 or 4, yeah. Yeah.
EMC, actually, the software inside of EMC service is all based on SUSE.
Okay.
We have document the product using EMC storage.
So, and the other thing about SUSE OpenStack is that unlike other vendors, we have a lot of open nature. The project itself, or all of the projects are run in pure open nature. So we integrate with a lot of partner solutions out there, and many of them are again open source. We have wide variety of partner system, and for each of the offering, billing and chargeback, or service cataloging, or database as a service. So anything that you would want, we have a wide variety of partners that provide those solutions, and each of them are verified to run on SUSE OpenStack without any problem. They are out of the box configurations. So now getting on to the actual architecture of TCS. Okay, so in about a year or two, the idea is to have a multi-region setup that each of the geographical locations will have a SUSE OpenStack Cloud managing a stretched DC infrastructure, and each of these geographical regions will become a part of a master region controlled from one single location, and this master region will provide a single portal to manage or to operate upon each of these regions and again that single master region will provide authentication and authorization service as well, synced for each of these regions. That's what we are seeing now here. So the setup is always a 2 DC setup stretched across dark fiber, and they are separated, they are situated 30 kilometers or 35 kilometers max from each other, and most of them will be having Cisco ACI. And in each of them, we will have at least VMware and KVM running together on a single OpenStack instance through ACI. And all of them mostly will have F5 as well as Cisco ASA, and we also integrate and we have a working setup with Cisco ASR1K for edge NATing. So that's pretty much the recent stuff that we have, the latest technology. We have integrated, running and working fine. And the flyer that you are seeing is an official, that's what we have worked with Cisco for last 4 to 6 months, and we have reached the final agreement on officially releasing this success story.
So are you saying that Keystone and Horizon, you only have one instance of that in the master?
Yes, that will have its own HA between them. Right now, what how we are doing is that we have one location. We are going in production in another 15 days, where what we'll do is we'll set up this master region keystone there, and then slowly when we are doing the other things and when the master region is set up, this particular boxes will be lift and shifted to the master region. But the setup is pretty much there now. That is what we are setting up. You will have that the base setup as well as the master region setup set up in one place. As the more regions are getting added and the master region is finally set up, this the region that we have set up, the Keystone and Horizon, will lift and shift to master region.
So what handles where a workload gets run? So obviously, presumably, all the workloads get initiated from the master region. If you want to run something in region B,
yeah. So if
region and say, I want this and I want it in this area.
yes, exactly.
So what's at what level are they? Is that kind of transition handled? Is it handled at the service manager, or is it handled lower down? How does it?
No, each region will have its own OpenStack setup,
Yeah.
and then what you can pick up is that we we sync the what do you say, the Keystone. There are two architectural POCs that we are doing. Is that having a single Keystone, managing all the regions as a single setup, or have Keystone replicate in each region, so avoid the delays and all.
That makes sense.
So the second model is what we are currently evaluating. We have done the first model, it works, but the second model is what we are working on. So when we do that, same thing. And the other thing is that we have a custom code written for this particular setup to spin off a VM on a particular ESX cluster. You can choose which ESX cluster you want to run for VMware. But even for the region, you can, that is a normal one that you go and in Horizon you choose the zone. The availability zone will be based on say region A DC1, region A DC2 kind. You can choose and it will do.
And what about the individual publishers as well? But separate claims everywhere?
Yes, separate clients.
Replicated, or so if you put something into claims in region in D,
It will be in D. It will be in D. It is only in D. So right now they are limiting it to the master region concept. What they want is from the TCS management side, but they do not want the customers to see. Say somebody in region D will not have access to what region A has. So that particular customer will be very specific to region D, and the manageability from a single region is what they are looking for, not for exposing it to customers.
is the end user of this TCS customer? TCS
end users are TCS customers. So yeah. So he was the one who got us the opportunity.
Yeah, so TCS has 10 data centers. Two of them, one in Melbourne, one in Sydney for your consumption. But they have three in Europe, two in
13.
one in Canada. Similar. So we are starting with Europe right now. Master would be Ashford, so where you are sitting. And they already have 280 customers in these 10 data centers in VMware. Slowly, and all those customers would, whosoever fits into this scheme, will start moving to this infrastructure as well. So we have got one, we have got the other one, we are about to get the third one, and as and when they feel more comfortable and the customer is like in tune with his concept, and he has not articulated, it is also integrated with their CMP.
Yes, ICMP.
For a hybrid cloud infra, we'll start onboarding those 180 customers, maybe 10% of them, and then moving forward, that becomes the.
Yeah, it's about how the TCS team itself feels comfortable about OpenStack Cloud. Yeah. Yes. So the current what we have done so far is the Hashburn. Hashburn is a pure OpenStack Cloud on a Cisco Nexus switch that is pretty much on overlay with Linux Bridge and a custom Linux Bridge code for creating automated port groups in VMware, so that the moment we spin off VM, it creates the required network port by itself and runs in VMware. A lot of customization code has been written for TCS on in order to get the setup up and running. And the other one in Germany that what we are looking what we are working on is integration with Cisco ACI. We have done it. We have done Cisco ACI integration. We are able to run ML2 as well as a GBB plugin with KVM. And in another week's time, as you can see, we are going to have VMware also together, so that customer will be able to spin off both KVM and VMware in a single OpenStack setup with ACI. Networking being offloaded completely to ACI. So that's printing. And the other one is capacity reporting. So when we have the challenges that SUSE OpenStack Cloud or we face is people are so accustomed and so the moment you say virtual machine, they say VMware. So to that extent, it's run on their DNA now, VMware, that every operation that we perform, they say, can I do this? Can I do this? They actually look at everything from a VMware's perspective. And one of the key things that say, no, I can't live without this option is that capacity reporting. They want, they have a data store cluster, and that's where they are going to have their glance images and other things, or even for that matter, Cinder volume backend will be a VMDK, and they want to know the proactive, capacity reporting through OpenStack to them, so that they can, choose to decide when to add more storage to it. So lot of integrations, currently happening with the VMware code. We are adding more code to VMware in order for the customers to feel at home when they are moving into OpenStack Cloud. So any questions? I would definitely wanted to show our Ashburn stuff, but we didn't have that TCS person traveling here, so no passwords. I cannot open up that. So, sure.
Any questions?
Any questions? Okay. Thanks.